Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're working on the fuzz again. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and post notification bell to stay up to date with this build. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright guys, last episode we installed a 3-port boost solenoid from Grimspeed, which is under here, and we put a little mushroom pod filter on the end there. This is currently just in by hand, but we did do a little stuff up, which was brought up by you, Mackenzie, with this boost pill. Now I got this with my dual stage electronic boost controller, which is in glove box. So I'm actually going to get rid of that because that just goes straight to the boost controller anyways. So the boost controller will be bleeding off. So we'll get rid of that and somehow put a joiner in there. Maybe from the original one. So maybe one of these. See if I can fit that in there. Alright guys, so I've got that in there. So that is the little restrictor. So that is now out. So the main focus of today is actually on the laptop. That's actually tuning the boost. So I'm going to do some screen recording. I might just sit in the car and do it. Don't really need to be hooked up to the car at all until I'm actually uploading it. Or flashing. Which I probably won't actually do this episode. I would like your guys' feedback on what I've actually done to see if it actually works with a compound setup. So let me know. I was talking to Monkey Mike a bit today about tuning the compounds because he's got compound turbo Miata over in America. So if you haven't yet, check him out. I'll put a link up here for him. But yeah, let's go jump in the car, onto the laptop, and have a look at some tables. Wow, it's blinding. Alright, so before I actually go out and tune, like street tune, yeah, the car's not registered at the moment, so I need to get it registered. So in the next week or so I'll do that. I'll just chuck some rego on it. But what was that? Main thing is I need to get at least the oil pressure gauge in here working, because I don't want to be going around tuning and not have oil pressure. So probably in the next few episodes you might see me finishing off the gauge pod for the center here. So yeah, I don't want to risk it. I've done all this work, and just to get another video out, I don't want to be risk blowing up the car. So also I haven't been on the computer for a long time. I don't know if I'll remember the password. I won't even remember how to, all the keys to do stuff. Seriously, I haven't done anything here on this for so long. yeah, you have to bear with me, guys. It's been a while, so I have to go through my course again and have a look. The last one I did was on the 20th of the 1st, so 2 months ago, and then one before that was the 7th of November. Okay, so I don't know the difference. Alright, so we got boost control, automatic, and compensation. I'm gonna leave that. Leave that. So wastegate, duty. Alright, I've got a 4-bar map sensor, if you didn't know. After it hits 21, I'll get a fuel cut. 25. That's this one here. But remember, I can't point to it because you guys can't see what I'm pointing to. I need to use the cursor. So yeah, 25. Actually talking to one of the guys at work. He's just bought the Yaris GR and he's getting it tuned. And I asked him how much boost it's actually running, like stock, and he says 24 psi stock. I'm like, that's crazy. You know, most of the Subaru cars are blowing up their engine at 24. And that's stock on a Yaris 3-cylinder. It's crazy technology these days. Anyway, I really need to look at some logs. Maybe I'll... Ooh. Alright. Boost. Target boost. Green. It's going to do bare minimum, so it's drivable. It's starting to rain. So it's drivable, and really from you guys get some help, but also give it to the tuner. You know, get some dyno runs, get some actual proper numbers. Like I said before, I was talking to Monkey Mike and he gave me that formula of, you know, finding out your primary and secondary turbos, which I know that, but that's to put into your targets. But the thing is, the target boost, if I'm putting in target boost here, like, I got my boost solenoid on my secondary turbo, no, my primary turbo, so my high pressure one. Now will that make that wastegate nut open? And then I'll end up overshooting that. Thanks, rain. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this. I'm going to pause you guys, work it out, and yeah, I've watched a couple of videos. Well, you know, it's a Forester, and it's not a performance car to begin with, so as you can see, it only goes up to 54% throttle. So we are actually going to scale that. I'm going to scale it on both, And I might go to 90. Yeah. So that'll put, as you can see on this bottom one, actually, they're all the same. So it won't affect this one down here just yet. The waistcoat duty cycle, the maximum waistcoat duty cycle. But it will affect, obviously, the boost here. So if I remember correctly, and hopefully this will work. I can't remember. Hang on. Edit. There. Sun tool. There we go. What was it again? H. Do that again here. That was not right. Forgot to put 90% in. Right, so we should have the same numbers, which we do, which is good. So obviously we have a lot less boost here now, which is fine. Yeah. So go back to here. Throttle opening angle. We've got a maximum of 57. So that was here. Alright, so we've got manifold absolute pressure here in white. Down here we've got relative pressure. So this is what we'll be seeing on the gauge. We've got target boost here. So before this wasn't actually in the same scale, so it looked a bit weird. But as you can see here, we cross over. So that's really around the only spot where it's correct. So we are at 53%. So somewhere around here at 3200, 3100. So yeah, so that was obviously on the one before, which would have been around here. And yeah, and then it just creeps away. So we are not hitting target, we are way over. So now this is where getting this correct, and for the 3-port boost solenoid to do its job and maintain it a lot better. So we should be able to spool up quicker. We were a bit laggy. Yeah, I'll have a little play around here and we'll come back and let me know what you think. Okay guys, so I've been looking at this log that I did in the 9th of the 11th 2020. It's been a while. Just looking at so here where we crossed over, I'm going to stop pointing. You can see target boost at 8.4 and then relative pressure at 8.5. So that's pretty much where we crossed over, where the target was on point. And we're at 3200 at 50.3% throttle. So went back there, scaled it. So we're sitting around here. I think it was here. Let's have a look. So 3200, 3100, 38%, and blah 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 blah. 8. Alright. So I just looked at what the actual turbo was doing. Turbos. So like where it was spooling up and at the peak. So here, 17.7. As you can see, we only had a target of 5.4% PSI, so I was overshooting. So I looked at RPM, throttle angle, and I pretty much just filled it in. So we got to 17.7. So my max at the moment is 17. That's not my minimum. Yeah, because I've got a 10 psi spring in my GTO 5. So that is my lowest I can do on that. And the 5.5 in the GT35's wastegate. So bit harder with compounding. I think my minimum boost I can do is around 22 psi. So I've just got to work out my wastegate duty cycles. I'm going to try that for when I get out on the street, and yeah, let me know what you think. It's got a decent curve. Like, I looked at the log to see the curve of the pressure, so I want to try to match that. Obviously that's what it wants to do, so obviously like minimum, but that's also on the 2-port solenoid, the stock one. So I want to see how it responds with the 3-port. It's going to be probably a lot different, and hopefully it comes on quicker, so then we can tune it a bit better, and we'll work out the wastegate duty cycle. So that'll help with keeping the wastegate closed so we can build up pressure quicker, which is the whole point of doing the compound system. Nice low end torque, quick, and then lots of power up top, but we don't want it to run away from us. Alrighty guys, so with the wastegate duty cycle, I'll probably actually just leave that until I can actually get out and actually tune it. At standard, it was the same across the whole board, the RPMs, so it hasn't actually changed at all. I've just changed the actual throttle percentage, which actually hasn't changed anything. So at the moment we have just changed our boost targets, leaving the compensation there, so boost control turbo dynamics, I'll leave that there, that's fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, let me know how I went. I'm going to save this obviously as my newest one, and hopefully get out tuning as soon as possible. Alright, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and press the notification bell to stay up to date with this build and the Skyline. That being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.